Salutations, ladies and gentlemen. It has certainly been a while since my last upload, and, well, I have no real excuse for that. I've just been lacking. But, apologies for that. In the period of time I haven't been making any videos, I have some new knives to share with you. The first is this one right here. This is a Spyderco Dragonfly, and I've been told multiple times that I need a Spyderco Dragonfly, so I went ahead and got a Spyderco Dragonfly. I've had this for about a month, and this one is the Wharncliffe variation. So, as you can see, this one has a very nice Wharncliffe blade shape. It's quite the small knife, not even 6.5 inches open. As you can see, there's a lot of blades sticking out when it's closed. You've got the David Boyd dent in the lock back right here, and this means that it's a lot easier to find this when you're reaching in your pocket and, well, you want to put the knife away without having to manually look. You can always find where that lock bar is to close it. It's quite the helpful feature, and it's the first time I've seen it on a knife that I own. I've got black FRN handles here, fiberglass reinforced nylon. It says Spyderco Dragonfly right there. Back is cut off and is molded plastic, which makes it quite lightweight. Got a small deep carry, well, deep-ish, not really when you've got this sticking out. You've got just a nice wire clip here, very small one at that. Lanyard hole up here. Got your Spidey hole, makes for a very nice opening. You can get a full 4-finger grip here using the choil. Under here, very comfortable. And then there's a thumb ramp up here, which makes for a very good grippy cutter, especially good for pull cuts. This is VG10 stainless steel, which is certainly not the greatest steel in the world, but also not the worst. And it's a little bit more difficult than some, but you can flick this open. It just, well, takes a bit of extra force because you're working against the lock. All in all, the knife does fit into your palm. It's very small. The fiberglass reinforced nylon with the bidirectional texturing, I should say, is very comfortable in the hand, especially with the jimping on the choil and the thumb ramp. It makes for a very comfortable knife for precision work and overall use. No blade wobble side to side. Tiny bit of movement up and down, but nothing too serious. Centering is almost perfect, leaning a little bit to the left. Of course, if you don't like using the Spidey hole, you can always just pinch it open. There's definitely enough blade to do so. You can also flick this closed if you put your finger here, let it drop. It will hit against the choil and you won't cut yourself. So you can close it one hand and open it one hand, which is very nice if you ask me. All in all, though, this is a pretty nice little knife here. This is a made in Japan Spyderco, and this is the first one I have from Japan, so the quality it's good. It's not perfect by no means, but at the same time, I think it works well. Get some fingerprints off the blade here. But as a small, everyday use knife, I think that it's quite good. As I said, it's comfortable in the hand, simple to use. You've got one hand closure and one hand opening. Got a nice little clip for those who like clips. A lanyard hole for those who like lanyards. Very easy to open. Comfortable in the hand with the texturing. It won't slip out of your hand at all. And, of course, the jimping is also very helpful. It would have been nice if they had given it a sharpening choil, but, you know, Spyderco seems to have an ongoing issue where they don't put sharpening choils on all their knives. But that's not a huge deal in comparison. You're really getting quite a lot of knife for a really reasonable price. I know people have asked how good is VG10 steel. It is certainly not the best at holding an edge, but it is easy to sharpen. You can sharpen it quite simply, and it will regain its edge quite easily. It just loses said edge very quickly. So, for those who use their knife a lot in a day and then can come home and sharpen it up really quick, it will be good for you. But if you want a long-lasting edge, this probably isn't the greatest steel for you. Of course, they also make this Wharncliffe FRN model with VG10 steel for the Man Bug, the Delica, the Endura, the Endula, and the Rock Jumper, all of which have FRN scales in black. Wharncliffe VG10 blades, Boyd dents, wire clips. Well, the larger models do not feature the wire clip, but the smaller ones do. But in the meantime, no. I think if you want a good, solid choice for smaller detail work, this is really good. Very comfortable in the hand, won't slip up. Good blade shape, one of my personal favorites, if not my favorite. Very precise tip here. Easy to use. And you've got carry options with the clip and lanyard hole. So, all in all, for what you're paying, I think that this is a decent knife. I just think that the price should be a little lower. I got this on sale at warriorsandwonders.com Blades Canada, and I do believe that the price for this knife was a little high, and that's even considering the fact that it was on sale. It was around $70 to $80, which is a little bit high, if you ask me. I think it's okay, but it's not great. I think Spyderco could do a better job in lowering their prices. And if they're not going to lower their prices, then they could probably upgrade the steel on knives like this to perhaps either H1 or ZDP 189. I know they do a Spyderco Salt Dragonfly with H1 steel, and they do also make a ZDP 189 Spyderco Dragonfly here. The problem is it does not have the Wharncliffe blade. But that's just my opinion. Either you lower the prices or you upgrade the steel. But I think the current situation, it could be a little bit better. Spyderco's have always been a bit more on the pricey side. That much is for sure. But I still think, though, if you're willing to spend a little bit extra for a good, solid user knife that's really, it's meant for the hand, not for the eye, this is a good choice. I would still recommend it. I just don't like the finish they use on their blades. They take so many fingerprints. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that little overview on the Spyderco Dragonfly 2 Wharncliffe. I think it's a solid choice, and I'd recommend it if you want a smaller user knife and you want something that's good, solid, straight to the point, doesn't have any fancy frills with it. It's just a working knife. Overall, quite good. So, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you wish. You can always comment. Let me know what you think of this video and this knife. Let me see what your experience with it is. And yeah, we're nearing 500 subscribers. We're still a little ways away, but with any luck, maybe I can pull 500 before the new year. I'm excited to see. Once again, thank you for 400. I never made a video. Thank you for that. And as for the idea of, as I said, separating my channels into making a gaming channel, making a knife channel, once again, that's all not happening anytime soon. Maybe in the future, not at this moment. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. This has been the Spyderco Dragonfly 2, and this is the Streaming Enderman. As always, signing off. Goodbye.